Hello, y'all. How's it going? It is Wednesday, and that means it's time for a stream. In particular, today I'm playing Truck-kun is supporting me from another world, which is a game that just came out today. Wasn't sure I was gonna do this stream. Kind of had some indecision this morning because I sort of randomly pulled an all-nighter. Just was sort of working on stuff and then didn't go to sleep and kept on having a situation where I had more things I wanted to do in the stuff that I was working on, and more episodes of House to keep me, to have something on while I'm doing that. And, soon enough, the whole night had passed, and I was still up, and the reviews started coming in around like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and I said, okay, well, if this game is like they were like 60s, high 60s, so like, around a 3.5 in a out of 5 scale, which sort of had me a little bit going like, okay, well, should I just go to bed and sleep instead of checking this game out? And, I eventually did go to sleep, and I got 4 hours of sleep, and then I did some more productive stuff before the stream, and I sort of felt good enough to be like, you know what, whatever, let's check this out. Also, I saw that Jeff Gerstmann gave it a look, and I checked and see what he said at the end of his thing, and he said like, it's alright. He seemed like mostly positive, to the point where I felt okay taking the plunge and grabbing it. I'll also say, just like top of head here, I do think this would have been an easier decision to make if this was on the Switch 2, and I feel like from what I've heard, this game seems like a perfect game for the mobile form factor, and it's unfortunate that it's not on the device that you can play while watching House MD and other things of that nature. That would be the ideal form factor, I believe, but no, it's just on Xbox and Steam. I got the Steam version on account of, Xbox is dying, isn't it? That's a sinking ship to stay off as much as possible. Got the Steam version. Seems like it, I was able to get it working with OBS okay. That's always a random thing. You never know if it's going to capture well or the audio is going to be capturable right. But it seems like everything's good. Seems like such concerns were ill. Let me say what this game is. My understanding, this is Truck-kun is supporting me from another world. My understanding is that this is basically like, what if Crazy Taxi was a clicker, where everything you did in Crazy Taxi was driving around a city, doing nonsense, was contributing to like a meta clicker auto thingy-majig type thing. Or like another example I can think of would be 10 million. 10 million on the iPhone? This seems like a 10 million like, but instead of Match 3, it's Crazy Taxi. So this is like 10 million Crazy Taxi. Is that a comparison that makes sense to people? Do people remember 10 million? Was it even 10 million? It might have been 10 billion. Who remembers? It was just one and a lot of zeros. I think it was 10 million. I don't remember 100%. That seems to be what this game is. Reviews are a little bit soft. It sounds pretty short. And honestly, I think, maybe another night, maybe after, more hours of sleep, I would be sitting here going like, oh, let's see all of it. But also, it sounds like it's pretty straightforward, and we'll get the basic idea in like a half hour tops. So I think this will be a shorter let's have a look stream. I think this will be a shorter affair and not quite a longer one. This might be the shortest stream we've done in years. Once all is said and done. Regular stream. There's definitely been some random short ones that have been randomly short, but this will be properly short. Oh, I just realized something. I need to fix something real fast. 1 second. And then we'll begin. I just need to edit the docket real fast. I forgot to, now that, I forgot to do, the schedule. There's, obviously, first off, for a start, Truck-kun is this right now, so I can remove this. Also, let me go ahead and add this Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. First time Mario Sunshine randomizer. Got that all working the other day, yesterday. Got it all set up. Got a tracker all nice and good where I can show it on screen. And that seems reasonably promising. I'll talk about it at the end more. We don't have to concern ourselves with it. That's stuff for the sign-off later on. Okay? Okay. Going back to the break, and then... This is all not going in the VOD, by the way. This is all stuff that's exclusive for now. And for the VOD, it'll just be like, oh, I'm back. I was never gone. Okay. Alright, I think we're good. Did some stuff. Some people watching the live stream saw some of that stuff. That's fine. It's nicer for the VOD to not have that bit of housekeeping. I forgot to do something before we started the stream. It doesn't matter. Let's do this! Here we go. Truck-kun is supporting me. I am hitting start. I am creating a new file. Let's see the story here.
The sleepless nights.
So it's an isekai.
Extortion. Selling off
made by Americans.
Anime collection. The company just released its new org chart.
I assume it's Americans.
Monday, I'm the vice president of marketing.
It's an indie game, of course. So this is made by not a big team, not that many people. Don't know honestly how many people it was made by, but
get my driver's license.
In any case, these days it's an accomplishment. And back my anime collection.
Okay.
And then she gets hit by a car. If you've seen the Isekai, that's like the idea, is that a lot of people get hit by cars and they get sent to other worlds.
I think she's dead. No!
And there's a trope in anime where it's a truck that hits them, that hits the person.
Hey, dork! Your magic car sent me into an isekai.
So yeah, it's in this case,
Later, but for now, I need you to drive.
As the truck driver, we hit more people, we send them to support her, and that's the idea of this game. And playing a little bit off the meme of it, and also the yeah. I see now where let me move a little bit. That'll do. You can read the name. That's fine. I think the top the corners are all spoken for in this game, so we want to be right here. Okay, pretty straightforward then. So, okay, so the camera control isn't like you turn by like you put the stick in a direction and it sticks to that direction, and if you release it goes back to neutral. There's other driving games that have worked like that before. So yeah, this is you can see there on the bottom. There's our lady friend, and so we got 10 minutes to run over as many people as we can, and as we run over people, they will turn into XP for the lady down there. So this is a game where we want to like do some chaos and such and so forth. Like I said, I think like a clicker is a good comparison for like the real world parts of this. You know, for like, oh, we're driving, it's sort of crazy and out of control. It's like a crazy taxi. And what was that about D-pad? Oh, we can change the radio with the D-pad.
Oh, that's
Whoa, what the hell? Okay, by using the bumpers, we can do like the bumpers do like a, very, very big, extra big F-Zero style slide. Cool. Okay. So we can, even if we're not lined up, we can still hit people. Do you think this is like dramatic, like frames of stutter to be like, oh, you're hitting people? Or do you think this is just, or do you think it's just kind of a little bit booty? No, it's only happening when we're hitting people, but is it happening consistently? Yeah. Okay, so every time we get full meter, we want to hit X to, progress our lady. Alright. Well, this seems exactly as people have said. It's sort of a mindless game where you drive around and, it's like a clicker. It has about the same amount of, like, mental overhead as a clicker, insofar as you're just sort of doing things, and then occasionally you hit a button to advance the thing. I mean, maybe the problem with this game, if there's a problem with this game, is it doesn't really evolve in the way that a clicker does. You know, a clicker isn't just a clicker forever. Eventually you get upgrades that let you get more bang for your buck. Let you get more out of every single, click. In other words, and even let you do things without clicking, where maybe this will just be pretty much what you see is what you get. And I do think what you see is what you get. This is what you see, is what you get. I think this is an intentional, a bit of a stutter. That's intentional, I think. Not a bug, not a glitch. We're supposed to, I think there's a delivery thing here. Yes, we can take on a delivery. And, as you can see, we got a crazy taxi thing going. We got like a, you know, hey, here's our, compass. Our go this way thing. There's also a dude over there. Hello? Look at that giant dude. We got a potion. I forgot there was a timer. I feel like we haven't seen... Where the hell is the timer? I don't see the timer. Oh, crap, we have to get on top of the pier. There's like a little bit of crazy taxi here. You get a box. You have to bring it where the box goes. The pier. And of course, run over people on the way as you do. Wait, what the... Okay. Do the ring. I don't know what the rings do. We do have to stop to deliver the delivery. I guess that's consistent with the rules of Crazy Taxi. I will say, I never did play that much Crazy Taxi, you know, I just not a Dreamcast person, you know. Ah! Feels really weird to dash when you're not looking straight on to do your main move. Obviously, it just I mean, I'll say it's helpful to have this amount of camera control because the thumbnail cannot be from the ass end of the thumbnail of the stream cannot be from the ass end of this. It has to be from a cool angle, and ideally one that also includes a sword in there, and with some enemies down there as well. For the most part, I'm just ignoring the stuff down below and just driving around. I should try drifting more meters. Control-wise, it feels fine. This is a perfectly fine thing to control. A little bit squirrely, and I do think that the sideways barge goes way too far. But what the hell is this, I wonder? Is this just a boost? This is just a boost. This isn't like a mission or nothing. This is, though. So let's get a mission. Yeah, my interaction with the bottom is just like I honk the horn every time I fill up the thing, and there's enemies to hit. So I need to be paying attention enough to know, like, I got full meter, and I'm ready to unload. And there's enemies to unload upon. Important to have, you can't just unload. That's, yes, I've already found out about boosting. Turnaround. Use Y to do a turnaround. Oh, that's pretty cool. And yeah, there's the side swipe. Side swipe, little big. Little big. We got special moves on account of being magic now. Purple force field, we can boost, use a boost pad, or sideswipe it. Alright. No. I wish you could do like a little jump. That'd be cool. If you could like do a cool little jump. I mean, you can do a ramp. Cool to jump. Maybe it's not, you know. I'll say, like, I remember as a kid, I've said before, when I was a kid and I played Majora's Mask for the first time, a game where you couldn't jump was, like, kind of alien. Sometimes feels like I can't sideswipe where I want to. There we go. Oh, okay, this was all a tutorial, by the way. None of this has been for anything. We've just been learning the ropes this whole time. It's true. Ropes have been learned. You can't sideswipe in the air, if you're wondering. Huff, huff, huff. Clarissa is the name of the main character. You know, like Clarissa explains it all. Is that right? No, it was... It's Amanda explains it all, or Amanda? Yeah. It's not that different. That's not similar of a name. No. Okay. We do enough with her, and we'll bring her back. That's the plot. That's the tutorial. Alright. So we do star milestones. We're gonna generate stars across 2 worlds and crack open the gate. So... I will say, I think we might have basically already seen what this game has. I feel like maybe if there's one issue with this game... If there's one issue with Truck-kun, it's probably length. It seems like the reviews are saying it's like 3 hours long, and we've been driving around that place for the tutorial for the length of like, what, 10 minutes? And I think that that tutorial area might be all that there is. I think this might be the entire map of the world. All the roads that you see, those are the roads that you drive over in Truck-kun. It's a visually very nice world. It looks very good. It's pretty big, and it's not that it's kind of fun to drive around, but you know, how long can you drive around the same streets? You know, you need like at least, I guess Simpsons Hit and Run has 3 levels, and I love that. 3 is a good number. Plus, like, bespoke missions. That's, that helps as well. Could be better. Could be better. Yeah, this is the same place that we were driving around. I think we might have seen it all. And already. I don't know that there's anywhere we don't, already know real damn well. How is this going to you know, survive? This seems like a real arcadey thing. I guess I'll say that, is that don't maybe look for this as a game where like it's constantly introducing new things. Look for this as a game that you play mindlessly for 10 minutes and then put it down probably, and then come back another day and play another 10 minutes. And, you know, they should add Steam Workshop support or something so that people can add some additional maps or whatever, if there aren't any, which it seems like there might not be. Then again, I haven't seen this area. There's parts of this map we haven't seen. It's reasonably sized. Let's, this is a quick, like, just breather from the actual gameplay thing. Oh, this guy's just a tunnel. This, like, big human guy who's, very visually striking. It's just a tunnel. Nothing, too, wild about going in here. A tunnel where the backside is just there. We've definitely driven through that before already. Certainly, like, open world-wise, this is nothing compared to, like, the heights of, like, Super Mario, Kart World. Mario Kart World. You know, that's a game that a lot of people just don't care for the open world in already. If that open world, with all its size and scope and things to do in it, made you go yawn, this one doesn't have the things to do other than, you know, like, I guess deliveries. There's like crazy taxi to do here, kinda, a little bit. Anyway, how about we get back to it? I don't think that this free roam mode is much other than like, hey, do you want to mindlessly drive around without having to hit X every like, you know, 20 seconds? Do you want to play this game without its like core defining gimmick? I mean, like, the thing is, at this point, I don't know how long I want to play this game with its core defining gimmick, so, brain check on that answer. Brain check. That's the open mode, where the game's gimmick is stripped out. and you don't do any of the isekai stuff. There is a garage. Oh, that's a week 1 update. Okay, we can't check that out, whatever that is. I'll also note that if we look at the credits, we'll probably see it's a very small team. Maybe even a solo dev. How many developers we talking? I'm aware that this shit is hard. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's like a medium-sized team. There's like maybe 12, 20 people on there. Okay. I did see that apparently like one of the main dudes was like streaming on Steam, which I guess is something you can do for your own game. You do like a launch day stream and it goes live on Steam and anyone looking at the store page can see that. That's I've never engaged with that before. I prefer the real streaming services, but that is a useful way of just saying like, oh, you can get some behind the scenes type stuff. And I do think that sort of stuff is just, you know, more than ever very cool, and a lot of people probably interested in doing that sort of stuff. Shout out to all of them. This is alright. I'm worried about content. I'm worried about right now breadth. Like, you know, and I say that, I say I'm worried. I literally have seen the reviews that say this game is like 3 hours long. So, yeah. Let's do the main thing. We're going into the main thing now. We're going into the main thing now. So we do now have a heat system, and oh, it does look like we have. I don't know if if we're now getting things added to the map. I will say, by the way, when you're stopped on a tree, it seems like, let's say you're stopped here. It takes a while for rewind to start to be able to go in reverse. The rewind seems a little bit odd, a little bit off. Small note. Let's deliver a package. So yeah, this is, again, it's basically like a crazy taxi, where you're delivering packages. I guess you have to be delivering packages because it's not, you know, it's not like trucks deliver people. They deliver goods and services. Just goods. So this can't be like literally you pick up a person. I do think, as far as Crazy Taxi goes, picking up a person is more fun. You know, like, you can just imagine that person going, what the fuck are you doing? The package can't do that. Only the guy at the other end watching on his Zoom camera can be like, hey, what the fuck? Was it a good delivery? Well, they destroyed my car and road signs and my mailbox. So I've seen better. No, I'm just gonna leave some feedback there. And now the cops are after us. You don't want your delivery driver to be on the run from the law. That's, you know, when you see that, you're leaving a note, and you're saying, the driver did not follow my directions. I specifically said to not get heat level 2, and they did anyway. I put it in the notes. I said, no heat level 2. You come with heat level 2, you get rid of that before you make your stop, before you make your delivery. Personally, I have an issue where outside my apartment, there's a trash can, and it doesn't look like a trash can where you put your trash. And sometimes the delivery people, they put the delivery in that box where the trash goes. I put in the notes. I say that's a fucking trash can. They don't got time to read, apparently. I mean, obviously, clearly, they're out there causing havoc. They got a timer. I mean, honestly, Amazon's timer, I think, is stricter than Anime Girl timer. They don't have time to fight off cops. It's not really viable. Why do I have... Oh, I'm sure I must have cleared out that objective and then it gave me another one to deliver another package. Cool. Okay. Need to keep on hitting things so I can help my clicker, the clicker component. I need to be constantly doing that. And let's see. I wish that the packages you didn't have to stop. Wish that you could just grab them on the run. I guess that's the crazy taxi convention, is that you have to stop to let someone get in. So, like, it's fine. It's good. I understand. A boost meter would also be cool as far as, like, having something to do. It'd be cool if, like, you had to charge up your side swipes or your boosty boost by, like, you know, destroying stuff. That sort of thing. Kinda wild that you, that's not a thing.
Dude.
We got 10 seconds left. This run is basically over. Oh, and let me remember to hit my fucking button so I can help my lady friend. That's important. Get her some points. I did not deliver the final package. These patterns are all very different from other games that exist. So... that's a thing in anime that's kind of annoying sometimes when they're like, oh, I'm a gamer, so I know how this all works. Anyway, how it works is yada yada yada. Some stuff that sounds like the writer did not actually play a video game. This being an actual video game, it kind of works, but it's not as universal as she makes it sound. This is stuff specific to this video game. Star... whatever. I've never seen an anime that involves these specific systems, but, you know, then again, they're always making stuff up. They're always, going in. Is this all? Or do we get the next level from here? I already did this. I already did this one. What? It's saying that this is still tutorial, sounds like. Okay, and it says to complete 2 outings. I guess this is still tutorial. This is second tutorial now. This has been second tutorial this whole time. If you're watching the VOD and you're confused when I said, okay, we're in the game, and the timestamp says second tutorial, the reason for that should now be clear. When it says complete 2 outings, does that mean just do it again, but with the same plot and everything? I guess. Kind of odd. You think it would like move on to like second plot, like a second bunch of dialogue, but I need to be delivering packages. Where is the next package? Need to remember that I can do a turnaround too. And I can drift. Okay. I feel like one thing that would benefit this game a lot, honestly, as an arcadey style game, the one thing that would benefit this game a lot would be not a single player campaign, which seems like from the sound of reviews what this game may be hanging hat on. Would actually be just a bunch of levels with different worlds and all that, and more importantly, a high score system. where you can share your score with your friends and be like, can you beat my high score? Can you get more points? That's where this could be fun. Also, as a mindless game that you played on your Nintendo Switch. If it was on Nintendo Switch, that would also really, really help. We're still in tutorial. Maybe there is such a thing. Yes, I remember the cops. Yeah, the cops have special shields that require you to bash them. Alright. Gotta go, this time I think we're doing worse than the first time. Also, with the driving, I'm getting a little bit distracted and forgetting to do my click. Forgetting to hit the honk button to, like, activate sword boost thing. And it would help if I remembered to do that. Okay, let's deliver. Maybe you could, like, do a drift and stop at the same time. Hard to say. Let's, make sure to hit that button there. It is cool jumping big. It is cool. It is reasonably feel good to drive around. This is fun, mindless fun. You do have to... This is good, mindless fun, and it has, like, the same appeal of a clicker insofar as, like, every couple of seconds you have to remember to, you know... You are juggling two things with the... A couple things. With the deliveries, which are fun and mindless, with the... You know, the person at the bottom, like, walking along and occasionally requiring you to use their special sword attack that you've been building up by hitting, by running over stuff and sending it to the Isekai world, which I will remind you again is the whole conceit of the game. It's a cool thing. It's rather mindless. I think that, it's, like, fine. It's good, mindless fun. Could use more in the way of content. Would be my first impressions here. We haven't been playing an hour, and I'm pretty sure I've seen everything, basically. We're not out of the tutorial yet. I think I've seen everything, though. Okay, I'm hitting quit, and, is this still tutorial? Okay, so we have to quit, and then re-enter. Thank you for throwing things at me, Rock Party. So is this still, are we done with tutorial now? We did tutorial twice. So if I do... Okay, if I do quit the menu now, it doesn't say quit tutorial. We're done with tutorial. Cool. I don't think there's going to be that much difference now, despite game having a different thing that it says when you try to quit, and some different text. Like we're just driving around and, like, doing stuff in a mindless fashion. And yeah, we've this is the world. I mean, I will say, I never did play Crazy Taxi as a kid. Like I said earlier, I didn't have a Dreamcast, so that was right out. I did play Road Rage, Simpsons Road Rage. I rented it once. That one didn't do it for me, I'll say, honestly. But hit and run, I love, and this world is not that much bigger than a hit and run world. I guess maybe also, like, there's something more substantial to hit and run. Its mission design. I guess it did, like, learn from the best, you know, from, like, I say the best. It did learn from, like, titans of its time, you know, GTA. Whereas, like, Road Rage was just like, hey, you know, let's deliver some, let's do some crazy taxi stuff. And didn't expand it at all past then. Did Hit and Run expand on GTA at all? You know, at that time it really didn't need to. GTA was so new that an open world sandbox game was just a pretty damn new thing. Maybe just like insofar as it having, okay. We keep on driving. I don't know how much more there is to say about this game. I don't know how much more, I don't know how much more is really necessary. I feel like we've already seen the full depth of this game. And, I do think if there's one... Honestly, for all I've said, as far as, like, breadth, as far as, like, things to do in this game, as far as, like, length concerns and, you know, content, my biggest concern, really, with this game is that, as a game that's on the PC and not on the Switch 2, and how I don't have a Steam Deck, it's harder for me to play this game on the go compared to, it should be. This should really be a Switch 2 game that you play while watching House MD, or, you know, The Office, or those are the shows I've been watching in the last few weeks recently. Is there a better Community? Is there like a recent show you could mention? House of the Dragon, maybe pay attention to that a little bit, or else you're gonna be lost and confused somewhat. You know, I can't think of a modern show other than that I've been, into. This is a perfect show for a second screen. This is a perfect game for a second screen, and, I think it's a shame that it's not on that right platform yet. Hey, you know, hopefully these guys, this does well enough where they'll port it to Switch. And also, I hope this does well enough where they, like, add a second fucking map. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's a second fucking map. Maybe we'll unlock it when we get the requisite number of stars. I think we might have the requisite number of stars right now. I will say, if there's a second map, I will somewhat apologize. I will be apologetic. And I will note, okay. Not just the one single map. I'll also note we're seeing parts of this map we haven't seen. We didn't go up there before. That's kind of alright. This game's kind of alright. I have not delivered a single package this whole run, have I? I've just been driving around, talking shit. Let's, deliver a package. Are we going to make it? We got 10 seconds. It's right there. Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's not even, that, tight. It's fairly easy. Not difficult at all. Cool. Alright, we have gotten the first milestone, I guess. Whoopsie daisy, I didn't mean to do that. I want to go... What? Huh? What did you say? Restart. In my experience so far, it looks like when you restart, you get the dialogue again, so... Nope! This is the same level. What did we get for doing the star thing? Looks like we hit our first milestone, and I accidentally skipped some text by hitting start because I kind of wanted to return to the menu and not do another run immediately. Looks like what we unlocked is another milestone to go for. Is there anything that gets introduced as we get more? Let's find out. Looks like that dialogue is gone forever. Okay. Well, whatever she wanted to tell us, hope it wasn't important. The world still looks exactly the same. I think she might be fighting tougher dudes. She might be fighting tougher dudes down there, if that's a huge difference. Do another run, see if there's another cutscene, and then maybe call it. We don't have to go forever. A little bit goes a long way with this. And, yeah. I need to remember about packages. I need to be going for packages. That's like half the game. And, I'm forgetting on account of, my lady friend down there. Especially now when there's not really a delivery to do down. There's not really enemies to fight down there, so perfect time to go just focus on grabbing something. Also, you know, you're going places. I guess maybe there's something to like doing these and doing it better and trying to get higher heat levels, and then maybe there's like increased levels of cops that come after you. Alright, delivery started. Yay. Anyway, I feel like I'm out of things to say about this game. And I'm pretty sure... Has this been an hour so far? We started around 7:40, so... No, not really. It has not been an hour since we started. Not quite. Not, entirely. Well. I mean, I will say I think I got my fill. And, like, I don't feel like I need to, like, make time for this outside of the stream. I feel like... You know, now, with the rest of my night, I'm not even gonna be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna play some more. I mean, if I did, I would definitely watch an episode of House MD, as I did so. I've been playing, in addition to doing, like, productive work, you know, productive stuff while I'm, watching House MD, I've also been playing games like, Ocarina of Time 3D, with an analog, camera control mod installed, and Banjo-Tooie, and some other crap here and there. It's been fun. Fun things to play, but all the recent things I've been getting recently have been like first screen experiences, you know, all the new games. Like you can't rhythm heaven groove. I'll say like this is the kind of game that like I've been needing for a bit. you know, a second screen game. Whereas, all the other games recently, like Rhythm Heaven Groove, Splatoon Raiders, and Dunce Attack have been very much, you gotta be somewhat focused on it or else you're gonna die, you're gonna lose, you're gonna be fucked, it's not gonna be good. This game, at the very least, is mindless. Alright, I think we've seen all the text. This game, at least, is, like, mindless, and you could play this as a second screen experience really nicely if it was on Nintendo Switch. Or you know, you'll have to use a Steam Deck, I guess, if you want to do that. And, you know, that's fine. I don't have one of those, though. I wouldn't mind one of those, but, you know, now is not the time to be buying that sort of thing. I think this game, there's a great irony here. Like, this would be a tremendous Nintendo Switch 2 game to play while not thinking about it, if only it launched on Nintendo Switch 2. And, you know, or if I had a Steam Deck, that would also be the thing. You know, that would also really be perfect. This is No Thoughts Head Empty. Perfect for when you're watching House MD. If you have a Steam Deck, and assuming that you've checked and see if it, like, is actually running well on Steam Deck, I will note, I did see a thread on the internet that said someone was having frame rate problems with it on Steam Deck, the demo anyway. So, check and see what people are saying now before you go in Steam Deck-wise. But, yeah, if it was on Switch, that'd be the place to do it. Assuming that it ran good, which might be an assumption. I feel like I've been forgetting about the whole delivery gimmick. Do you want to, like, keep going until we get 120? Honestly, we're halfway there. Let's go to the second milestone. And maybe there'll be some sort of plot thing. Some sort of like, oh, how do you do, my friend? Yes. Maybe there'll be some sort of something when we get the second milestone. This is a damn short stream, to the point where, like, yeah, no, I think after the stream, I'm gonna have plenty of time tonight. I'll get the VOD posted real nice and fast. I might, do the short form content for this stream, like, right after. I'm usually way too tired after that, but I don't think I will be. It's still, like, it's not even 9 right now at night. You know, there's plenty of time to do all that. And then if I wanted to see Spider-Man at midnight, I could. I could go see Spider-Man and Spider-Man New Day or whatever, Brand New Day. And honestly, I'm kind of in the mood for that. Midnight showing of Spider-Man. I will say I haven't watched today's anime, so I could also stand to watch today's shows. Or Spider-Man. Spider-Man Today shows. Honestly, I might have time with how short and like content light this is. I might have time to just watch the Spider-Man, watch some shows, then go out to see Spider-Man, do the short form, maybe do the short form tomorrow morning. Maybe save the short form tomorrow morning. I don't have to rush. It is just an hour of stream. How long would it take to, how long would it take? How much, flippable stuff is in there? Definitely a statement or two. Just a couple general statements in there. Yeah, this next time we'll have it, so Yeah, we're about to hit another milestone. I think this game... I'm not sure this game has anything more than you drive around, you do objectives, and you hit milestones in the same location. And you deliver packages, and you try to beat your score or something. Keep forgetting about packages, my bad. Need to remember about these fucking packages. It's pretty important. That's kind of a cool angle. Cool angle, cool jump. Sure, I'm sure I've already gotten the thumbnail well and taken care of. I don't need to appreciate the car from this angle anymore. So often this angle here, but it kind of just looks cool. I like looking at the car. Now, I've acquired a taste for it over the course of this 1 hour, and you know, it never hurts to have more material to work with. Could have 15 trucks. 15 trucks in the thumbnail. No, don't. Just one shot. Don't be ridiculous. Don't oversell this. It's just, it's, you know, it's Crazy Taxi. It's like a Crazy Taxi clicker. That's all you need to know. Also, it's okay. It's a mindless Crazy Taxi clicker, which, you know, what else? How else would a clicker be? A clicker implies mindlessness, actually. Oh, come on, one more and we got it. Okay. You know, if this had, I'll say, if this had like, I mean, I do think that this would. Really, I think that if this had more ambition, or maybe more ambition is the wrong word. I think this could be something really cool, with several things that it doesn't have, like, 1, if it had more content, more, levels, and more stuff to do. 2, if every level had, like, a Tony Hawk-style list of achievements to do in a certain time, and the goal was to, like, okay, you know, it's like Tony Hawk. You're trying to get a 6 score, you're trying to get, you know, X packages delivered, you're trying to collect combo, you're trying to collect skate in a single run. This game doesn't have any of that, and it could really use it. Maybe it'll unlock when we get to the next milestone. I don't think that's there. It's what I was mouthing just now. I don't think it's in here. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we've seen it. I think we've seen it all. We'll find out very soon because we've unlocked the second threshold now, the second star goal, so we'll get another cutscene, and then if there's anything interesting going on, that'll be that. There is some nuance to, like, balancing the two, you know, your two masters here, your two goals. You know, you gotta make sure you're making sword for Sword Girl. And also, you gotta, like, be delivering packages, so you gotta remember to find a package and go to it. I'm kind of flubbing it on the second half because I'm too busy, like, talking, analysis and review and, things of that nature. We're getting some time extensions, which are going to help us maybe deliver the thing. I think we can deliver this one. Yes. We have plenty of time to get some more sword up in case she runs into trouble, which she did. Yeah, need another. Okay. That's good enough. All right, we hit the second threshold. Let's see what happens at the second threshold. We accidentally skipped some stuff in, I guess they disconnected for a bit, was the, thing. A black spear. You've been fighting dragons and trolls made of ichor. So, now that we got the threshold, we can hit quit, and we can see we now have a new threshold to hit. 180. Okay, it just keeps telling you to hit higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher thresholds. I think that's all this game has. Let's see if there's another cutscene. Is there anything different now that we've hit the threshold? Cutscene, cutscene, cutscene. I guess this is set in America. Okay, that was just a cutscene. All we got is a cutscene that was like okay for our threshold. I think you just play this game. I've seen people say this takes 3 hours to finish, but also like by finish you mean you see increasingly different cutscenes and the gameplay is entirely the same. So maybe don't worry about that. And if you're going to play the game, just play the game for its own sake. And just, you know, drive around and have a mindless good time. You don't even really need to read the dialogue. Okay, well, let's, next run, final run? Yes, let's make the next run the final run. And, maybe call it there. Final thoughts. We can make this run the final run. We got 45 seconds. Final thoughts on this game. This game seems like mindless fun. I think it would be great on a Nintendo Switch 2, where you could play it while watching House MD very, very easily. It is kind of it's kind of not a great match for Xbox and like you know, PC, other than through Steam Deck and other ways of you know, getting your games onto, like, casting your games to mobile places. Kind of unfortunate, kind of a unforced error. I mean, I say an unforced error, it's probably economical. It's probably harder to make a Switch game than Switch 2 game than, especially with dev kits and all that. I can imagine there were, what stuff happened, but, it's mindless fun, and, a little insubstantial, and basically you'll see everything in the first 10 minutes of playing. Before the tutorial is over, you've seen everything. I'm going to quit. I'm done for tonight. That's enough of this. This game wasn't meant to be played in a full screen, paying attention to capacity, where you have to talk about what's going on in game. This game was meant for a second screen. It's so brainless. It's so brainless. So yeah, final thoughts. Apparently we're 21% of the way through, but like that doesn't mean anything. It's just you just play the game mindlessly for 3, 4, 5 hours, and then you're done. It really needs a second map. I'll say that. It really needs a second map. It really needs a third map. Honestly, if it had like a Tony Hawk amount of content, like your average Tony Hawk game that has like 8, 10 parks, that would really help. Also, if there were like literal Tony Hawk directives to do as you were doing stuff. I know there are goals, but they're so ignorable. They're generated proc gen style. You know, they're just sort of like, do some fences, deliver some shit, slide for a second. It's not bespoke challenges, and you don't need to think to do any of them, and, you know, I'm not actually passively thinking about doing it. I'm not actively thinking about doing any of them. I'm just, you know, driving around and whatever happens, happens. It seems okay. It seems fine. I think, honestly, the average score that I saw out there was like a 3.5. And yeah, this is like a 3-star game. This is okay. 3 out of 5 does mean okay. Does mean alright. Does mean like, yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of mindless. You see it all in 10 minutes. That's a 3. That's not a 4. Maybe if they add more content. Maybe if there's more maps down the line. Certainly, it is worth noting that they are adding a garage, so you can customize your bullshit in 1 week's time. That's the week 1 update. That does imply that this will be getting updates over time, but that's time at launch. That's small comfort. Also, it could use a Switch 2 version. Also, you know, yeah. And also, I've heard reports that performance can be a little bit weird. I heard people saying that the demo was performing weird on Steam Deck. I do not know if the final game does the same. Check Reddit or whatever. Check wherever you check these things on. See if there's an update now that the game is out. And if people are having trouble with the full, like they did with the demo. I don't know. That's Truck-kun. What can I say that hasn't been said already a bunch of times this last hour? I do think that this is the sort of game that, like, would be at least a 4 out. I think that portability would take it up a star. And maybe also, like, well, honestly, portability and a fair bit of content. I think still this is a 3 out of 5 on account of not having sufficient content. You'd even get bored of this while watching House MD, I think. Shout out to them. I know they're a small team and they're just doing their best and all, but you know, it's just a little bit light. It's just a lot of bit light. It's just way too light. In theory, this would be the game that I've been looking for, something to play casually, but by the curse of it being a PC game, it's going to be, I can't watch it while watching House MD as easily. I can watch it while listening to podcasts, though, which is something that I haven't done as much as I need to, since I don't commute anymore right now. I don't get out and drive places that often, which means that I don't listen to any of my podcasts anymore. You know, there's you know, you can make lemons out of this. Folks, that's gonna do it for tonight then. That's it for this game. That's we've seen it all, basically. We could go the distance. We could spend like a whole 3 hours just like playing more of this and talking about other bullshit, but like, you know, it's very repetitive and we've seen it all. And also, oh, I just changed the input as if that's going to let me see OBS. I remember it's a PC game. I'm on the normal monitor. I need to Alt-Tab is what I need to do to see what's what. Okay, folks, so this has been the Wednesday stream. I'll be back next time on I will be back on let me see here. I will be back on Friday at the usual 6 p.m. Central Time for viewer levels. That'll be nice. Viewer levels are always good. And I will also be back again this weekend for Mario Sunshine Randomizer. I decided to have another look at that. Found out the tracker either now or previous. I don't know if it's a new thing or not, but it does have the a tracker that has, like, you know, the stuff you have represented in a visual way. And as a result, I'll be able to stream with all the things that I don't have on screen so you can see them, like rocket nozzle, turbo nozzle, etc. And that's an auto tracker as well, so that's kind of cool. It'll all be automatic, and I won't have to touch it as much as I usually do. It'll be a hands-off sort of thing. Not that I mind having to touch it. I got a Steam controller. I can use the mouse with the touchpads. Tracking with a tracker with the touchpads is honestly one of the best use cases for the Steam controller I think there's been, if you're wondering, if you're curious. It's pretty great. Furthermore, Monday, day after that, after Sunshine, Sonic 06 Shadow episode will continue, and specifically, I think it will end. That will be the finale. We're like a little bit over halfway through Shadow episode, so we'll finish that off, and then in a few months we'll get to Silver episode after another playthrough. You could see all what I just said if you look at the calendar here. It says, you know, the next stream on Friday is obviously Mario Maker, and there's 2 days left in the month. Not including today, there's 2 days left in this month. So yeah, July is about to end, and then August is just pretty much what I said. You know, we'll be doing the randomizer on Sunday. We'll be doing Shadow Monday, and then Friday will be the last stream before I go to Cedar Point and Kings Island as well. And when I'm back from that, there'll be more Mario Maker 2. There'll be Twilight Princess randomizer for the second, third time, I forget, as well as Titanfall 2 campaign, which you know, after Sonic 06 and DK64 and Sonic 06 being the last 3 playthrough games, I deserve a really good playthrough. So Titanfall 2 rules, so let's do Titanfall 2. And also, it's a good modern shooter game. I think that's a nice contrast to Sonic and DK64. Not that DK64 is bad. It kicks the shit out of Sonic, but, you know, I want a bomb-ass game. I want a fucking game that whips, and Titanfall 2 is that. And we'll get that, that's like a whole month from now, so don't worry about it. Also, don't worry about the stream that I haven't decided what it will be yet, but there'll be a stream probably on that day that I've marked that I will decide on later. Alright, that about sums it up. That's all I need to say. Let me do the raid for the for Twitch people, for Twitch viewers, and send y'all out wherever. Let me see who's online right now. Bunch of people. It is a Wednesday night. I will send y'all to... I'm gonna send y'all to... let me see, Shagalicious, who's doing Fall Guys. Kind of similar in some ways to this game, except it has oodles more content, and had oodles more content at launch, and even that oodles more content wasn't like enough to make it a game that I played more than like a month personally, but I did really like that game back in the day, so I'll send you over there. And Shag's cool as well. Haven't rated Shag in a minute, so in a while, so yeah, that all makes sense. Anyway, that's gonna do it. I'll be back on Friday, then on Sunday, then on Monday, then Friday again after that before big trip. I need to, yeah. I will see y'all then. I will see y'all those various times. Give your love to the VOD and also to the short form content if you so please. And I will see y'all on Friday, Sunday, Monday, various times in the future past that. Most especially after I get back from Cedar Point, and not the week I'm at Cedar Point and Kings Island. Okay, folks, that's it. I'll see y'all on Friday. Good night.